Hey guys, happy Friday. As I put out there about a week ago, we're gonna hit a fun workout called hot Tabata. So today you guys get to find out what that workout is. I teased the members a little bit with a high five to them last Friday. So you guys saw that I was getting after something Tabata related. Now you get to see what that workout is. So we're hitting hot Tabata today. I'm going to start with that Friday question. Today's Friday question is if anyone has a funny or embarrassing story about themselves. So I guess not an inappropriate embarrassing, but they might be the same thing. So sharing a funny story about yourself, maybe something that happened to you or maybe somebody you know. I don't really have anything too funny or embarrassing. I guess it wasn't funny embarrassing, but the other day I definitely didn't think about the state of my apartment before recording. I had worked at the hospital and I was like, I'm just gonna get this recording done quick. And so in the middle of the video, I'm like moving stuff around. So maybe that's a little bit funny, embarrassing. The cat jumping across a screen all the time. I guess that's funny, embarrassing. Some real life things. He's about to do it again, I'm sure. So if you guys have any funny, embarrassing stories, share with us. Keep it light here. For our warm up today, I'm just gonna do a few different movements. We've got some plank jacks, squat hold, air squats, plank hold, push up to down dog, and Russian baby makers, or we call them sumo squats. We're gonna do 30 seconds of each of those. There he is, promised. We're gonna do 30 seconds of each of those exercises 3 times through to get the body good and warm. And then we're gonna hit hot Tabata. So I'm just gonna start by showing those warm-up movements, and then we'll talk about Tabata and what that means and what those movements look like and how you're gonna get after hot Tabata today. So warm-up movements, we've got those plank jacks. We're just in a plank position and then jumping jack feet out and back, just as it sounds. We'll go 30 seconds of plank jacks. Try to keep those shoulders over those wrists versus back here. You can get that nice stacked position. Work on our good hollow position there. Then we're gonna go into a squat hold. So just in the bottom of your squat, nice inactive hold there, getting a little stretch in, especially if you did Ewan's spotlight workout yesterday, you're probably feeling really good and primed. So get that squat hold in here, and you're gonna go right into air squats. After those air squats, a plank hold. Again, if you want that little added plank position, get a little lean, push through the floor, in that good hollow body position. From the plank, we'll go push up into down dog, getting everything loosened up here. And then we'll finish it out with those Russian baby makers or sumo squats. So you're grabbing your toes, pulling yourself to the bottom of your squat, knees go outside of elbows, and then without letting go of your feet, bring those hips back up and just staying through that for 30 seconds. You should feel it in those hamstrings, a little bit in the hips. From the side, it looks like this. All right, that's our warm up. Next, we're going to talk about that hot Tabata. All right, guys. So hot Tabata, sorry. We're gonna get after hot Tabata, which is a lot of Tabata. We're gonna do different movements that you're gonna complete a full Tabata of each movement before you move on to the next one. So full Tabata is 8 rounds of 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. So it takes 4 minutes to get through that Tabata. Then we're gonna rest 1 full minute and get after the next movement. So we're starting with 8 rounds of our favorite movement, burpees. I'll show some scales for that. And then you'll rest a minute. We'll get after 8 rounds of reverse lunges. You can choose to add some weight if you want to, but this is a burner no matter what. And your total score is max reps. So if you add weight, that's for you, but overall we're looking for body weight and reps. After those rounds, we'll rest a minute. We'll get after 8 rounds of double unders. If you don't have double unders, then we'll just do single unders. Definitely want something that you can do 20 seconds of it. So if you're just gonna trip on your rope, then just go singles right away. And if you have no rope, we're gonna do in and out jacks today. We're not gonna do toe taps. I'm gonna show you those in and out jacks as an option if you have no access to a jump rope. Then you're resting a minute, getting after our air squats, which we did in our warm up, but I'll show those again. Resting a minute, getting after our mountain climbers, which I know you guys love that new core exercise. It's not new, but we've been doing it a little bit more. Resting a minute, and then getting after 8 rounds of 20 seconds push-ups, 10 seconds rest. And that's where we'll finish it out with a nice little upper body pump. So I will show that breakdown here of each of the movements of hot Tabata. So first movement, again, being burpees. Burpee, we're gonna just lay to the ground and get back up. So I like to think about it as a flop, a peel, and then pump those hips to the ceiling. Nice wide base. Should kind of look like your squat stance. Send those hips to the ground, feet go back, peel, pop up. So that's your burpee. You can also scale it back to a step back and a step up, or you could do a step back, peel and pop, right? You can also do a drop down, peel, step, and step. So a couple different ways. If all those are too challenging, that's fine. We can also just go to a plank, stepping back and stepping up. So those are the burpees. For our reverse lunges, we want to make sure that chest stays nice and high, and we're just sending that, or making a 90-degree angle with that front leg, sending the back one just slightly back, because then you're going to drop those hips straight down, making a 90-degree angle with the front leg, 90-degree angle with the back, and then standing up. You're going to push through your front foot, push through the heel of that front foot, drive that chest to the ceiling, and up. So nice and quick, right? Those hips are hitting full extension at the top. Not doing these. Hitting extension all the way at the top, driving through, opening that hip. If that's too challenging, you can scale this by holding on to something. So you can hold on to anything that's like about hip height and use that to help you up. We'd rather this than what we sometimes see is people will push off their leg when they're tired. And that's just putting extra strain on your knee. So I'd rather you grab hold of something. You can practice your reverse lunges this way than push off of your own body. So it's a reverse lunge. Then we have our double unders or our single unders, jump roping. If you don't have a rope, you're gonna do in and out jacks. It's a lot like a squat with a jumping jack together. So you're jumping out, hips go down, hand goes down, and then at the top, you jump together, and then back down. So it's a lot like a jumping jack, right? But you're coming down into a squat, and then jumping together. So that's an option, 20 seconds of those, 10 seconds of rest. Then we have our air squat. So air squat, feet just outside of shoulder distance, or sorry, shoulder hip distance, just outside those shoulders. Drive those knees out, hips go back when you're sitting in a chair. Hitting that full depth. You turn those toes out ever so slightly, push those knees to the walls, and that's our air squat. Then we'll hit mountain climbers. So that plank that we practiced in the beginning, we're gonna be in that plank position, nice active core, push through the ground, bring your knee up to your elbow or to your chest, and then switch feet for speed. And then if that's too challenging, I just learned this by doing a class with people that don't often do CrossFit, and they started in table position and then just reached their feet back and then back into table position instead. So that's an option too if you need to scale it back a little bit. The last thing will be that push-up. So for our push-up, keeping that nice tight body position, drive those elbows towards your hips or the walls behind you, and then push the floor away versus driving those elbows out like this. You want to turn those palms so those elbows towards your hips, and then press the floor away. If you need to, you can go on your knees for these and push through that. And if you're somewhere in between, you can do what we call a snake push-up. So you control yourself to the ground, you peel and then you lift those hips back up and get back in that plank position. So again, either regular push-up, you can go snake push-up will be that next most challenging. Here we're working on keeping that core active, or you can come down with those knees and go knee push-ups. So that's our workout. You'll finish with 8 rounds of push-ups, shaking out those arms during your 10 seconds of rest, and getting as many reps in as you can, keeping a running total. So maybe you get 500 reps, 100 reps total. Who knows? We'll see what the scores are like. Especially with those double unders in there, it might get kind of high in total count. So you might want to keep track during your 1 minute of rest so that you can add it all up at the end. The last thing we'll do is hit a post WOD. So to finish everything out, we're just gonna hit nice little core work here. 30 seconds in a plank, 30 seconds in lateral reach throughs on the right, 30 seconds on the left, and then resting for 30 seconds. You'll do that for 3 total rounds. So showing that plank, obviously we've seen this multiple times now. Nice active plank position, pushing through the ground. I like to think about scary catting my back up, right? I'm not sagging here, I'm pushing through the ground. Scary catting, making a nice hollow body position. Then on that lateral reach through, you'll start on your right or left side, whatever you choose. I like to stagger the feet for this because it's more focused on the twist. And you're reaching under and then up. And you can get on your forearm for this if you choose to, or up on your hand. 30 seconds getting after that oblique. 30 seconds on the other side. Again, you can stagger those feet, twist through and up. Notice I'm keeping those hips up. If I were to sag them down, it would be really hard to twist anyway. Bring those hips nice and high to make room for you to reach through. And then you'll rest for 30 seconds and get after 2 more rounds of that for a total of 3 rounds for that core cash out today. Have some fun with this one. Put your scores in Zen Planner. Let us know how it goes.